Our next speaker is Dr. Izzeldin Abuelaish, and he's a spectacular inspiration for peace and forgiveness in the world. The Palestinian infertility expert employs righteous anger, not for revenge, but to seek peace in the Middle East. Dr. Abuelaish lost 3 daughters and a niece in a horrific shelling in the 2009 Gaza War, but yet he still continues to be a proponent of peace between Palestinians and Israelis, and according to an Israeli colleague, is a magical secret bridge between the two cultures. He's been named one of the world's 500 most influential Muslims and has been interviewed by heavyweights Anderson Cooper, Christiane Amanpour, and Sir David Frost, and has given speeches at such pulpits as the Canadian House of Commons, the American Congress, and the European Parliament. For 3 consecutive years, he's been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize and has been acclaimed by U.S. President Barack Obama. I'm sure you'll find his presentation very heartfelt and with a lot of depth. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Izzeldin Abuelaish.
Thank you. Good morning. It's good to see you this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I look at it, are there people who are willing to come to listen? And I see it as a sign of hope, that we shouldn't underestimate ourselves and just to try and to act. Because this world, as we see it, we have heard this morning, it's endemic of violence, of hatred, of diseases, fears, poverty, injustices. But we have to ask ourselves, we want to discover ways to be able to learn and find calmness inside ourselves for a better world. We need to learn and to practice to challenge ourselves, to work for a just a human world. My life as a Palestinian refugee who was born, raised in teeming poverty, deprivation, as a child, I never tasted my childhood. My life was a war. I was fighting on a daily basis just to survive. And at time you see others in this world who are living to fight. But it's important to understand that my suffering and what is happening in this world is man-made. And I looked at it, this is the hope. I can't challenge God, but I can challenge people like me. We can make a difference of not accepting it and taking responsibility. I will never accept the misery of life and this suffering. And my parents, my mother in particular, realized that the biggest weapon to face this misery of life is education. As a child, I dreamed, because someone can oppress you, occupy you, deprive you, but no one can prevent you from dreaming. So we need to dream. Dream big. Dreams are close to reality. I dreamed as a child to be a medical doctor. And life taught me that nothing is impossible in life.